So I came back on TikTok. I done a video to say about, well, you can see it's had over 103,000 hits. Fucking, I couldn't believe it when the girl I work with went, have you seen how many hits that is? I was like, no. I looked on it yesterday, it was like 102 something. Anyway, so now what's happened over the last 2 years is obviously everyone knows she's an ex-police officer. So this is not done in any malice at all, but Essex Police and Met Police have had every video, every comment. There's over 3,500 comments of what her, just personally, her said. There's over 300-400 videos that have gone over to Met Police and Essex Police. I did phone the police about 4 weeks ago. I was at Richard's and the video started again. So I phoned the police. I done a statement. The statement's now been lost and handed over to another police officer, Essex Police. And then now it's going over to Met Police. And there's been, you saw the videos of when I had my car crash, wishing that I'd die. I was really poorly in that car crash. And then obviously you can see from Tattle, they wish me dead. That's disgusting. I wasn't well. I was in hospital with my heart, which I'm still under the cardiology. I have got a heart scan on the 17th of January because I'm really not well with my arrhythmia. Richard stuck by me all through this, poor sod. But he's seen it right from the beginning. My business wasn't affected, lucky enough, because she had contacted some of Richard's family. She had contacted some of my clients, but obviously my clients knew about it because some of them recognised me. And I've had the clients right from the beginning and they go, oh gosh, she's mental, isn't she? But in this whole saga, shall we call it, I'm actually quite frustrated at the police, Essex and Met Police, because bullying's not acceptable on any platform. And a lot of these platforms state we don't allow bullying. We don't allow, but you're allowed to do videos and slate someone. You're allowed to do videos and lie about people. You're allowed to tag people in videos and take the piss out of people, which if I wasn't the person I am, that could have mentally affected me. So I chose for my own self-worth, I chose to ignore it. I chose to rise above it. I chose not to make any comments. I chose to walk away from the drama because I think for me, it doesn't work for everybody. I think for me, the less you see, the less it hurts. That's my motto in life. So somebody's slagging you off. You'll always get people who go, oh, Sasha, she said this. Well, you're just as bad as them. You know, I've got things on my phone where I think I done a stream once where a woman rang me and was threatening to kill me. I said, come. I'm not frightened. Come and do it. And then she ended up crying on the phone to me, saying that Nikki and Kerry had put her up to it. A lot of you have heard that from when you was on my old accounts. And then, but what happens is women jump on the bandwagon and then it becomes loads of women and then you become singulated and you're out of it and you have no control. So what you're better off doing is giving them the control, giving them the power. So what you do, you actually walk away and let them have the power. And you won't, for me, it sounds right, but if you give them the power, it makes them feel like they've won. But actually what you're doing, because they're so engrossed in what they're doing, they're bullying, they all become so engrossed and stuck together that they feel like they're winning. So let them win. You know, someone goes, you're a slag. Go, yeah. 2 and 2 is 5. Yep. Like, get that concept in your head that whatever you say, however... That's my alarm for my tablets. So whatever you say, whatever you do, you're never, ever... It becomes a battle of winning, losing. So even through my divorce, I stepped back from my divorce and I let my solicitor do my work and I let her, you know, does he want this? Yeah, let him have it. Like, do I want his pensions? No. I never had his pension. Don't want his pension. blah, blah, blah. So you just give them the power. Let them think you win. So what you do, you walk away. You're actually the winner because you get the peace. So I never had the drama anymore. I never heard any videos. I never got any texts. I never got enthralled in that life. So I actually walked away with peace of mind. So when I came back, I thought, oh shit, here we go. But I'm strong. I can take it. I'll go in there and I'll just be myself like I did at the beginning. And I did do that. So obviously we're going to have retaliation on these videos. So please do not send me any videos. I don't want to see any texts. As I said at the beginning, her story, my story, the truth. I'm not interested in anything anybody's got to say. So I'm putting my side of the story across how I saw it. So lucky enough, I've had a really good welcoming. I'm getting married. I've met the most wonderful man. I'm going to go back on that as well. So yes, we did have a row. Yes, I've dated men before Richard, obviously. Richard was not in a relationship. I'm going to clarify that one. So Richard was not in a relationship when Richard was in a relationship when I met him 3 years ago. But when we actually started dating, he'd finished about 8 months before. So they split up in the November last year. Me and Rich got together in June. Even though he was still in contact with the ex. So I knew he was in contact with her. I was living my single life. We started dating end of June. So there was no overlap. There was no cheating, only on her side, because she was seeing a guy from where she worked, but was lying to Richard. It all got found out. Richard went round her house to discuss it. He came out the bedroom with his pants on. There was an altercation. He had gone for Richard and attacked him and said that Richard had thing. They'd tumbled down the stairs. He got a busted nose, or he cut his nose or eye or whatever, and then accused Richard of punching him on the nose, which he didn't do. So there was some drama. So I've actually come in on the back end of a broken relationship. But there's no contact there. As much as she said Richard's changed his number. Richard's changed his email address. There is no contact there whatsoever. We're going for a court case with that. She's made allegations that Richard has hit her. If anybody knows Richard, he's the kindest, softest man you'll ever meet. Of course he's like fiery. He is fiery, but he wouldn't do no harm to anybody. And I've known Richard for 3 years, and I've never heard anybody in his friend circle to say a bad word against him. Darren, Tammy, Mr. C, Mr. D, he's got untold friends and they all love him. And I know them as well, and I've met them and they love me. And they've seen, they've had messages saying, tell Mr. D that Sasha's a thief and blah, blah, blah. But obviously they knew about all it anyway, so they told her to fuck off and get a life. So up to date, me and Richard, because a lot of people are not understanding, me and Richard had a row. Sorry, we didn't have a row. Someone had put forward that Richard was taking cocaine, or they thought Richard was taking cocaine, to do a drugs test on him. So I did, and it came back positive. In the end, it worked out that actually the positive may have been a fake test, thanks to fat freaks. So I did investigate on it, and it actually was fake. So after not speaking to Richard for 3 or 4 weeks, I'm really angry, and just come back to Romford, lived my life, started my business. Obviously the business, the girls were running a business for me while I was up there, because I was running a business Romford and Clacton when I was with Richard. So apart from that, like all that drama, everything's really good. Everybody's really getting engrossed in this wedding, which I'm so pleased, because it's so nice to have girls on my side. And the moral of the story is, that's what's happened. That's my side of the story. Obviously, there's going to be videos now of like things, but I don't want to continue, and I'm not going to retaliate to them videos. I'm not going to retaliate. I'll answer your questions if they're correct. If they're nice questions, generally asking for the well-being of both of us. I have no anxiety against Mrs. Barrel Cakes. You know, people do take the piss out of her. You've got to remember, please be kind, because she does suffer mental health, and I do not want her to go through what I've gone through. So please, if you're genuine,